From the Green Room Studios at Bates Nursery in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Gardening Inside Out, a podcast with highlights from our Saturday morning live show, answering all your gardening questions, giving you plant advice for any space in your life. Let's start the show.
Hey, everybody, it's Caroline Gant.
Hey, everybody, it's Austin Lowen.
And it's Tyler Blankenship.
Hey, and it's birthday week for me.
Oh,
That's right. That's right.
Have y'all started brainstorming? Have you? Thanks, Tyler.
You're welcome.
Thanks. My birthday's not actually today, but I'm hoping y'all are brainstorming some ideas on what you're going to get.
Are you talking to me and Tyler, or are you talking to our listeners?
All the listeners as well, but specifically you and Tyler.
Every single listener.
Every one of them. All of y'all.
Yes, we've been brainstorming, but I'm not going to tell you what we have been brainstorming.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're trying to
know.
get us to say it like to hundreds of people, including yourself, which would ruin it all, wouldn't it?
Well, but I still kind of want to know. It's like I don't want to know, but I do.
So you can
It's
tell
okay.
us if you don't want it. Be like, no, I don't want that plant.
That's
Give me another
exactly what
one.
It is. Be like, nah. I would take anything y'all got me. I'm excited for any plant. So all you listeners, come out and get me.
Get him something.
Uh-huh.
Yep, he loves Zelkova.
Oh, Caroline, don't tell
He
them
loves Rudbeckia.
that. Gross.
He doesn't like those two plants.
No, I don't. You know, let's talk about Zelkova for a minute. Why
Okay,
not?
let's talk about it.
Why not? Zelkova's a tree. Japanese Zelkova. Zelkova serrata. And you know what? I don't like Zelkova all that much.
Why? We already have established that, but why don't you like it?
Well, it's not all that attractive. Okay? I like attractive things. And to me, it's not. Now, what I will say is that a great tree, yes. It is a great tree for like urban bad sites around the cities where pollution is high. They live well there. They don't get crazy big.
That sounds good.
It's a good plant, yes, but it's not all that attractive.
Huh.
It's an upside down vase triangle thing as well. Like the shape is like a V,
Yeah.
the way it grows.
I think that sounds cool.
There's one called green vase Zelkova.
There it is, green vase.
There's a cultivar of that. Yeah, so
Well, you
it's a
just
good
figured
tree.
out your birthday present.
I'm
No.
kind of on with Austin on this one.
Okay. This is rare, Tyler.
I know.
Keep speaking, man.
Well, every time I see it, I'm like, man, you are green, you are lush, you are alive,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to see you again.
See?
I don't know why.
I'm with you.
It's like you see them in parking lots. Maybe it's just the association. You
That
know?
might be
It's
it.
just it's a shame. They should be redeemed from what they've been conscripted to.
Maybe. Or maybe we should just keep them there.
Keep them in the parking lots.
I mean,
Keep
at
them
least
out
they're
of your
casting
yard. You're not going to
shade.
get one.
Yeah.
All right, good.
We won't
Thanks.
get you one.
At least they're shading the concrete and the asphalt and making it cooler for people.
That's
so.
right.
There you go.
At least it's there.
Our little Zelkova rant.
And
Okay.
we're done.
That's right. All right, yesterday was Monday. What did everybody do? Caroline, what'd you do?
I gardened. I mulched. I planted an Angel Falls white pine
Hey.
and a new Japanese maple that I bought, even though I said I was done buying Japanese maples after my last one died.
Which one did you buy?
Orangiola.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I like that one.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if it dies.
It ain't gonna die.
I don't think it's going to die. I'm very
be fine.
excited about it. But I cleaned up my beds, pruned some stuff.
Very
You know,
cool.
this time of year, it's just like doing random things.
Yeah, it is. And for you, for most people this time of year, it's buying things and then planting them and seeing if you like it or if you don't.
Yeah. I did pull up a bunch of creeping Jenny that creeped out of my pot. I feel like we talked about that a little bit. And so I pulled it back. I mean, I'm never going to get rid of it. So I let it have its spot, but I try to keep it in check.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's very hard and it grows so fast.
I know. Creeping Jenny's a little.
Don't plant
Something.
it, people listening. Or do if you want it to just cover an area
Yeah.
and you never get rid of it. I mean, it will compete with grasses
It competes with everything.
because it grows over itself. It just layers upon layers upon layers.
Yeah,
It's just deep,
it is.
deep Jenny.
And like you said, it escapes. It escapes pots.
It does.
It's getting out. It's
I
like,
did
I'm
that.
tired of this.
Yep, that and mint. They will escape your pots if you're
Ugh.
not careful, and you will never get rid of them, just like me.
Yuck. Mint. Woo. Don't grow that one in the ground.
I made some tea out of it yesterday, though. So
Okay.
it was okay.
There you go.
I've had the opposite experience with it.
With
it's-
mint?
No, with
Creeping Jenny?
yes,
What are you doing?
growing it in full sun.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that could be it. Yeah.
It really does keep it in check, but there was an 8-year battle between that and creeping phlox. And it would interestingly like die out and reappear in different places. And this is a little raised bed too. And then it finally just poofed. It had a tiny little plot left and that was it. It was more like 50-50 when I first got my home, and it was already planted before. And of course, it would like turn all kind of different like orange and reds in the sun as it was getting scorched.
Yeah, it does do funny things like that.
You know, it's pretty tough for it to survive in that environment, even though it doesn't want that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a wild plant. What did you do yesterday?
Me? Yesterday? I was knee deep in a creek.
Whoa.
Yeah. Had these big, tall boots on. Didn't even matter. Water got above my boots. They're just totally full.
So then you were just standing in the water.
No, I wasn't just standing in there. Carolina wasn't just standing in water for no reason. I was in there because we had crazy rains here. Y'all know.
I meant you were just standing in water in your boots while you're doing work.
I was working. My whole creek that bridge got flooded. I had to clean it out.
No.
It was awful. Debris, leaves, sticks, logs, all of it.
Everything.
Clogging it up. So I was in there just getting that out. I got it back clean. I sent y'all a picture. I was very proud of myself.
You did. That creek was running in that picture.
That was hard, heavy, wet work. But you know what? It had to be done. Sometimes you got to do these things. After these crazy rains we've had, which if any of y'all have had crazy rains and floods, I'm sorry for y'all. Like it happened.
Yeah.
It's happened. It was a big storm this past one. I mean, it was like, what, 4 days straight of rain? Like it was intense.
It was pretty crazy.
I mean, our river, the Cumberland River here in Nashville, Tennessee, anyway, is still very much so up. So I'm hoping everyone's good.
Not just rain, but thunderstorms, lightning, and tornadoes.
Heavy winds, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Snapping trees.
It did. There's a lot of
I
debris
have a lot
here.
of friends that lost quite a few trees.
It's pretty gnarly. But you know what? Caroline, me and you were talking this morning, and the plant life absolutely loved it.
Oh my gosh, my plants right now are like thriving and just like growing like crazy.
It's so lush right now. Tyler, I don't know if you noticed, I mentioned this earlier too. The dandelions right now have absolutely exploded after that rain. I mean, everywhere. Not just yellow flowers, but also their horrible seeds. They're not horrible. They're actually like the most, to me, the craziest little plant on the planet.
I love dandelions.
Just blow in the breeze, pop up, bloom, do it again. Like, they're just everywhere. But like, as on my drive in this morning, I was looking at everybody's lawns that hadn't mowed or in a couple days anyway. Dandelions everywhere.
Everywhere. Yep. I love that little flower. I know some people are mad at it.
Well, it's such a hard weed to pull. That's what I hate about it.
When it gets into my beds, I am kind of like, all right, you got to go.
Yeah. I mean, the blooms are cute, but when they hold on to that earth and don't let it go,
they
I'm
hold on.
Mad at them.
If you try to pull them up when it's dry out, they just snap.
They just snap.
And then it's going to get even worse for you.
Yep. Agreed.
It's going to be even harder the next time you need to get them out.
I need to weed. Tyler, yesterday was Monday for you too. Day off. What'd you do?
Oh, yeah. It almost felt like 2 days because the morning was cooler and cloudy, and then the afternoon was sunny. So the first part of the morning, I was waiting on a delivery, and I was like a homebody. As soon as the sun came out, I was out until the sun went down.
Nice.
And I accomplished a lot of things. I topped off the dirt in my raised bed that I moved the previous week. One thing about all these rains is you can really see where the water flows.
Oh, yeah.
And this whole open area, which I haven't covered or mulched over again yet, basically was a river, you know? And I had originally designed this bed on contour with a path through it. I nixed the path, but because of that, it did not slow down or stop the runoff, and it found its way out and then around my patio. And so that was, observationally speaking, I've got a lot more thinking to do. But I'm definitely thinking about making a couple different sections in this bed, so still contemplating that. But that raised bed that I did top the dirt off with, I used a mixture of garden and landscape and supernatural, and then I topped it with pine fines. And I don't know if y'all know this, and we've talked about it before, but pine fines makes an excellent clean top dressing for any container or bed. And, it's actually good that way because, like, it'll, if not, it might run off on you if we have, like, crazy rains. So.
Well, good.
And,
you sound productive.
Yeah, it was great. Lots of cutting, pruning, and weeding, too, over here. It's just, right now, it's kind of a race against time in a way because weeds are young and then the soil's wet so you can pull them out, but it's like there's so many of them happening at one time.
It feels so good to just like get in there and pull a bunch up at the same time, though.
I love it when they all bunch of them come up all
Which
at
they did
once.
yesterday because it was so wet.
Because it's so wet, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is very helpful, y'all, to weed when it's wet, like for sure.
So much easier.
Yes,
Yeah.
way helpful. Because, yeah, all of our ornamental plants are certainly happy because of the rain, but the weeds like it just as much. Let's be honest. So if you don't do it now when they're young, they're going to explode.
They're going to get crazy. You got to weed.
I do need to weed.
need to weed.
It's gotten to where it's pretty bad.
And after you do that, just hit it with a leaf blower. Just all your hard surfaces and stuff, your bed edges, hit it with a leaf blower. You're going to like be in love with it. You're going to love the cleanliness, the lines that emerge after you do stuff like that.
Oh, man, I use that leaf blower all the time, man.
I bet you do.
Oh, it just does. It does. It just cleans it up. I mean, everything back to clean. I love my leaf blower. Yeah.
I need to get another one. I have a corded leaf blower, and I'm mad at it.
I told you you
I'm
were going to
never
be mad
going to
at
plug
that.
it in and get out there and blow leaves. You did, but
I
I was
told
like,
you.
listen, it was only $30.
All right, fine.
But now I'm going to get a fancy one.
There you go.
Because
I got a corded one.
I can't deal
Tyler.
with it.
Hate on this, Austin.
I am hating on a corded leaf blower. It just limits you. It
Not if
limits
you have a 100
limits your
footer.
blowing ability
It really does.
of where you can go. I need to wander and blow anything I want.
I need to blow all 6 acres that I own. I owe it. I owe it
to
a
your
leaf
property.
blower.
Yeah.
Blow
There you
your
go.
own acres.
Hey, but is your switchgrass all popping up?
Oh, yeah.
Mine is pretty high.
Yes.
I was very oh no, I meant to cut some yesterday and I forgot.
What do you
Crap.
mean cuts? Oh, like old
I still
stuff?
have some that's up.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I better cut it today because it's my day off because it's going to keep growing and then it's going to get mixed in. Oh, well.
It's all right.
Good
It'll
thing
be
I just
fine.
remembered that, though.
Chop it when you're not going to get home early tonight. Chop
No.
it tomorrow. It'll be fine.
Chop it tomorrow.
It'll
I'll
be good.
chop it tomorrow. It'll be okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
in the
mine,
morning.
mine are looking really good. I would say, what, 8 to 10 inches of growth, I would say, from the ground. So it's starting to move.
It's so excited when you see them like come up like these little fingers coming out of the ground.
Yeah, they just emerge from nowhere. But switchgrass is such the goat when it comes to grasses.
Oh, and my baptisia, all of it is up and big. Oh, are you annoyed?
No,
I know
I'm
you
not
have
annoyed.
one.
I'm happy.
No, he's in
Okay.
love
That
with
was a
this.
happy groan.
Well, he had one that was smaller than the rest, so I thought maybe that one was still
Really?
letting you down.
You had to bring that up.
What? You had talked
She's
about
really
it
good at
this
that.
year.
I know. Yes. No, you're right. That is annoying.
I wasn't trying to bring anything up. This was something that was relevant.
Well,
And you
So-
made a noise.
I know. You're right. No, one is smaller than the other two, and that is annoying. But I will say, I thought that one wasn't going to come up at all this year. Okay.
Right.
But it is up, but it is smaller than the other two. So that's, annoying, but whatever. I'm living with it. Okay. I'm living with it.
Well, I'm glad it's coming up. I was actually just concerned that it was still behind. I wasn't trying to touch on anything, tender.
I know. It's okay. But anyway, yours is up, budded up, looking good.
Yeah. The one you gave me a couple years ago, well, it's more than a couple, is like big and beefy and like taking up all the space. My other ones are coming up. They haven't like spread quite as much as that one has. That one is a beast.
That one I got you that was for your birthday years ago too, and that was lemon meringue.
I think it was lemon meringue.
That's a yellow one.
It's big though. All
yeah.
my other ones, they get big, but I don't know. This one's just different.
Yeah, it's a great plant. Great plant. Everything's waking up. It makes me so
Speaking of
happy.
budded up, y'all,
What?
cross vine.
Okay.
Oh, I did look at mine and mine is covered in buds,
Buds,
as well
yeah, buds per square
as
inch.
my clematis. They're both budded up right now.
Like
Yes.
flower buds? Mm-hmm. Oh wow. My clematis is like growing like a crazy person, but it's no buds yet.
Really?
No flower buds.
Mine have
no.
a lot of buds. It's not like growing like crazy. It's not that long, but there's a lot of buds on the growth that it has right now.
Well, that's good. They'll be showing off soon. I know roses are budded up, y'all. We're about to get that first flush of rosa.
My Carefree Wonder is telling you today. Oh my gosh.
The first flush of roses, y'all. I've
I
said
can't
it
wait to
before.
see it.
I've said it before. First flush rosa. Oh, hey, we're getting our roses tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Like a huge
Listeners, are you
huge-
listening? It's one
truckload.
of the biggest days here at Bates Nursery and Garden Center when that rose truck rolls on in.
And it's
we
tomorrow.
do record this a day ahead. So today, technically, when the podcast is released, it will be here
Oh, yeah, that's right.
on Wednesday. We are on Tuesday right
Austin and Pedro will be synchronized, placing plants out, touching blooms, sniffing, smelling, the gentle breeze on their faces.
Oh, I can feel it.
That's right.
The blood down our
Holding
wrists.
back tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And just to also say about when the podcast hits, sometimes we talk about plants on the podcast, and when we have acquired some of those, it might have been a week or two beforehand, and our stock varies, especially during our busy season, greatly. So if we mention something, it might be best I know to resist impulses to run out, but check the website, give us a call, an email if you are interested in those items, and we'll do our best to let you know what our stock levels are.
Mm-hmm. It's a good point, Tyler, because there's been a lot of times like we could have 1,000 people out here on a Saturday, and like you just can't keep up. If you want something, it might be on someone else's cart. Like it happens. So
it does.
Mm-hmm. Plants go out of here fast. Gosh. They sprout little eggs and they run.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Mm-hmm. They run to my house where I have so many.
Well, you do have a lot. We're about to have a lot more annuals because it's about
pretty
that time.
full back there.
No. I meant you specifically.
Oh, at my house?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will have some, but I don't grow a whole lot of annuals.
I know.
I do petunias. I already bought some petunias. Mm-hmm. I got apple blossom. We had them on the show. We had apple blossom and misty lilac. Mm-hmm. I am trying apple blossom this year to see, and I usually do a little bit of lantana. I do a lot of herbs and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's about that time too. Tonight is a potential, hopefully last frost for us here. What is the date? It's April 8th. And we're about to get a 31 degree night, I think I heard.
It's at around or maybe slightly above, and that is also in Nashville, a little warmer than out where you guys are.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm a little nervous.
Don't be nervous. It'll be fine.
I'm sure. I know everything will be fine, but like the boxwoods have flushed, Caroline. Your boxwoods have flushed.
I know. Mine look. I actually was going to take a picture yesterday because I was looking at them.
They're so good. I mean, the boxwood flush season is almost as good as roses, if you ask me. But if stupid tonight frost like messes up the new growth foliage, I'm going to be furious.
You're going to be so mad. You're going to be livid.
Yeah. We're going to get back on the podcast tomorrow, and I'm going to yell about how livid I am.
And we won't get to release it on time because you're going to have to yell about that.
Yes, I will. So everyone that grows boxwood out there, if you're around this area anyway, I hope and pray tonight that our boxwoods don't get hurt. If you're nervous, cover them up.
It'll be okay. I still have some houseplants on my porch that I put out and then just said, best of luck to you. I hope you make it. They did great last night. I mean, I think it got down to like 34 at my house for like an hour last night.
That's the key. It's like it's only going to be around 32 or so-ish,
for just
like an hour.
Moment.
And then the sunshine's coming out early in the morning. The problem is that we don't have much cloud cover tomorrow morning, so it's going to be really clear.
We'll see if there's frost on the roofs. Mm-hmm. Because that's kind of my sign. I didn't see much frost at all, if anything, this morning.
Oh, I had no frost this morning.
There was no frost.
Same thing. So we'll see if we have any tomorrow. But.
Yeah, because I was like, I left those houseplants out. Mm-hmm. And I was up before the sun was up. And I looked for that frost. I didn't see none.
Yeah. But that's how it is here. This is our springs. This is what we deal with here in Middle Tennessee. A little bit of late frosty stuff. Hopefully tonight's the last one and we can start getting those annuals out and not have to worry about the stupid weather.
I'm ready for cucumbers and tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. All that warm stuff.
Peppers.
Yeah. Bridget was like, Tennessee is wild, and Bridget hails from Nebraska, which I thought that, hey, their stuff can be extreme, but it's the extreme swings from warm to cold, like endangering certain new plant growth is what she's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. It's like in Nebraska, it doesn't wake up forever. It's like, it stays cold forever. But when it does warm up, it warms up. Out here, it warms up in February and then cools back down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Austin's putting his shades on.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Mr. Cool Guy just walked into the room. Hello.
Wow.
Is that your sign for us to wrap it up?
I guess we should.
It's double sunny Kev.
I'm just
double sunny Kev.
I just do random stuff. Now I've got a headache because these
y'all
glasses,
can't see him right now, but he put on my prescription sunglasses.
Oh God!
While he has his sunglasses on his head,
that he hardly ever puts on.
Now he looks dizzy. So we better go ahead and get into this week's broadcast.
Let's do it.
Everybody was here. The three of us: Josh Carey and David Bates.
So give us a little rundown on what the drive-in was like. Now, Austin, you have an enhanced situation where your house is across a creek, and that presents problems when we're having flooding conditions.
Yes, and I seem to be in the epicenter, it seems like, of rainfall right now. Whenever we started out, I had to get picked up this morning from Caroline, and we got picked up in the first 10 minutes of our drive probably was like not fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of water, a lot of rain.
I was scared to death.
You didn't seem scared.
Yeah,
you seemed
I
like
hit it well.
You were very confident in my driving.
I'm glad I'm here. On the way, I was, oh, man. No, I'm just
Were
playing.
you
It was
scared
great.
to be in the passenger seat of my car?
No,
during
it was
the rain?
fine. We're here. Everything's good. But it came a flood on us, and then we kind of drove out of it. And it seems like the rain is kind of behind us.
Hey, Emily said that flood y'all drove through came through Clarksville first. So some of our viewers already got to experience it.
Mm-hmm.
And Pam, you forgot your plant. I know you put a comment on that houseplant reel that Tyler put up yesterday, but I still have it saved for you. So it looks like you're going to have to come back out to the nursery to visit me. And that plant that Pam picked out and then accidentally left here because she got excited about the kangaroo paws that we have back in the annual greenhouse was a Buddha belly euphorbia plant that is really, really cool. I meant to bring one in to show it off, but we have some really cool houseplants in right now.
Do you rub
Pam,
that belly?
come back. You can if you want.
Is it okay?
But it is very toxic.
Oh.
If you're into poisonous plants,
Okay.
get you one of those. It has these really huge leaves. If you've seen Land Before Time, that leaf that Littlefoot has, the leaves look just like that, and then it has these like vibrant orange blooms. It's a very peculiar looking plant.
Yeah, it's
Very
a
cool.
general rule. I would recommend people to not chew on plants that they don't know all about.
Don't do it.
It's not a good rule of thumb.
No.
That's where most toxins come from.
Yeah.
You might be afraid of a rattlesnake because it can actually put the poison in you, but there are other things that if you should not chew on them.
Don't chew on your plants. I did get one when we got them in the first time, but I have mine up high because my cats like to snack on my plants sometimes. So, but we do have a lot of questions.
Okay.
Do we have anything else to talk about before we dive in?
Probably, but not at this point.
Yeah, I think everyone in this room always has plenty to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get to it. Our first question comes from Colin. Colin sent us an email
Hey, Cole.
saying, friends, I never catch y'all because my free morning when Bates is open is always Mondays, which means the three of us, Tyler, Austin, and myself, are off Mondays, so we don't get to see him. I came in on this cold, misty morning with my coffee, Caroline style, just to get another candy corn spirea, maybe a new rosemary, and not to buy anything else. So I ended up walking out with the spirea, a rosemary, some cilantro, and a cart full of the most beautiful dahlias to die for. Huge blooms, very mature, and unbelievably inexpensive. Apparently, I got them right after they came off the rack. I couldn't help it. They called to me. What are y'all doing to me? And this is my first time growing dahlias, so tell me how to best care for them.
Hey,
You
Colin.
love this plant.
Oh, of course. We all love dahlias. Who doesn't? I mean, they're fantastic.
Bates Nursery got started on dahlias because that's what my grandmother grew back in the day.
And they're just unmatched beauty with the flowers. So, Colin, good job, first off. And where you want to put those dahlias is nice, well-drained soil, first off. Okay, so prep that a little bit. And a nice sunny spot, of course. They like that full sun. And then in the summertime, keep an eye on the water. They are somewhat thirsty in the summer. They're not so thirsty right now, especially with all this rain. And they're bulbs, so they're fine in the spring with that. But as the summer draws on, what you might see is some wilting in the dead of the summer if we're getting droughty at all. So make sure you keep them moist, especially whenever they want to go into that bloom cycle, okay? Now, Colin, with yours, you bought them in full bloom. Dahlias are not even thinking about blooming yet, okay? They've been forced in a greenhouse. So once those flowers get spent, let's cut those off quickly, and then let's get new vegetative growth to get that plant bushy again, and then you'll see a rebloom in the summer.
He mentioned the candy corn spirea.
Sure.
They are stunning.
Oh, it's a cool one.
Yes.
I would say that's Shannon's favorite shrub.
Shout out Shannon Poland. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I got him a bunch of fancy plants yesterday.
How would that pair with some of those orange knockouts out there?
just
Would that
got-
be a good matchup?
You just got in a
Told
bunch
you,
of
Eliza.
fancy plants this week. I mean, a lot.
In houseplants or
Yes.
just everywhere?
But,
everywhere.
Everywhere, but in houseplants, in tropicals, a lot.
We did. And you see a little sampling of it in this room. We'll take a little tour. But yeah, at the nursery, we got in our huge tropical shipment this week.
Ugh.
So
It's so good. I didn't mean to go, ugh. I mean, it was a lot of work. I actually missed out on that work. I missed a day at work this week, and it was actually perfect. We got the tropical truck in on a rainy day, and what a great place to be on a rainy day, honestly. I mean, 70% of our lot is covered now for the most part, at least for the pretty seasonal stuff this time of year. So they were, all the staff here was able to unload this huge tropical truck and get it all set out and placed. And our greenhouse right now is as full can be, and it's beautiful right now. It's so lush.
Yeah.
Color everywhere, but also green everywhere.
green.
It's so good. So
Flowering.
good. It's worth shopping.
We're talking about our big, if you're like, tropicals, what exactly are you talking about? Talking about houseplants? No, not necessarily. Our tropical annual truck that we get in. It's a huge semi. It's actually more than one. We had 2 trucks come in back to back. So those are all of our big ferns, all of our hibiscus, the, tropical gardenia that smells amazing, all of that stuff. Bananas, alocasia.
Mandevilla, Dipladenia. All of it.
California bush daisy, which is my least favorite plant to take care of in a greenhouse.
Plus all the ferns, the macho ferns.
No, they're great.
And,
Kimberly
Queens.
Boston, 220 Boston ferns. Wow. So much. But yeah, it was a great unload. We had the rain in our favor that day.
Sometimes it does actually work in your favor.
It does. You are right. Yep. But let's switch gears and talk some Nandina real quick. I know. Your
really
favorite
switching gears.
Is dwarf firepower Nandina invasive? How big does it get?
Firepower is not invasive, no. Now, you could make the claim that heavenly bamboo, the old Nandina domestica, the one that gets big with the big red, the berries on them in the wintertime, that one can certainly have invasive tendencies.
And it's because of those berries. Yes. And the birds eat them, and they take those, what remains of the berries, and they
disperse them.
They go through the alimentary canal and they land elsewhere.
Yes, but I will say when it comes to firepower, I've never seen a berry on a firepower. I don't know if they're sterile or what, but
I think they can. But
yeah, I've never seen it personally. I've never seen any fruit on a firepower ever. And firepower is probably one of the most tidy anyway. Nandinas, they stay tight. I've only seen them maybe 2.5 feet tall. I mean, it's a very tight plant that just sits where it's overused. If you ask me, I think they use them all over the place, and they do stay evergreen. They're somewhat tropical looking, so I understand why they're used.
Popular, yeah.
But they've been overused a little bit, if you ask me. But it is a good plant. I mean, it lives, even if it loses all of its foliage over the winter, which it has. We've seen that over the past couple years. Once we get down into 0-degree temps, like they lose some foliage, they'll reshoot and be fine.
Even stronger. Yeah. Paula Crawford, shout out Paula.
Paula!
I love Paula so much. She's got some Nandina, and she loves her Nandina. She talks about it. She's got it in front of her house. She's got a really funny story about cutting it down, but I'll let her tell that story sometime. So let's get to our next question. My weeping cherry tree flowered and died suddenly.
No.
Any idea why?
I could tell you why ours did. We cut it to the ground.
That would kill it.
We took it out. Yeah, but
why?
Because it got too big, and it was and Austin could speak to this more, but they don't have that long of a lifespan. I mean, and we really had gotten 17 years out of it.
That's pretty good.
I mean, and it was still alive and doing okay, but it had just really gotten wide, and it was time for it to go. Where Renee's wanting to do some changes to the landscape, and those changes,
but they're going to happen.
Changes have begun.
That's how it happens.
Yes,
but I have an idea of maybe, y'all, it is Ambrosia beetle season right now. And we need to think and be mindful of this. David, you sent an email to the whole staff the other day from the Extension Service talking about scouting for Ambrosia beetle. Y'all, Ambrosia beetle is a nasty insect pest, really nasty. It causes death, not just dying or whatever. It's a straight up death. And what happens is a lot of times is your flowering trees early, they'll flower, they'll even leaf out a little bit, and then after that, they'll immediately crash, and just die. And this is from Ambrosia beetle, which is a nasty invasive insect here. So doing some now, if it happens to you, it happens. It's already, it one happened to me last year on my mimosa tree, y'all remember. So I'm assuming that's probably what happened, but y'all look up pictures of Ambrosia beetle, and really not even the beetle, because you're rarely going to see those. What you're going to see is little pinhole pricks in the main stem of the plant, and then sometimes you'll see what looks like sawdust poking out of that hole. That is a borer literally boring into the tree and then pushing out that frass. So be mindful, be looking for this. Pyrethrins and permethrin really help out with a spray on some of your trees that are susceptible to this. So think about that.
Everything associated with Ambrosia beetles is right on the line of being something that you shouldn't be able to say on the air, because all of it sounds a little questionable.
Frass.
Right. And anyway, there's they are lethal. That's the long.
Yes.
And there's no the whole point of it is there's no cure for it. If they've been infected with it, you got to cut it down and start over.
Yep.
That's it. So, you really got to be proactive to catch it.
Gardening Inside Out is brought to you by Earth Mix Garden Products, creating regionally sourced high-quality soil blends and amendments for the sustainable-minded gardener. Fall and winter are great times to plant in the Southeast, and Earth Mix can help you with Landscape Soil Conditioner. Mix Landscape with your native soil to feed all winter long. Added mycorrhizal fungi help your plants get established faster and increase hardiness through the year ahead. Visit earthmix.net for more information and retailers near you. Remember, success begins at the ground level when you use Earth Mix garden products.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Let's get
right.
into it.
What's in bloom with Austin?
Hey guys,
Hey.
lots of stuff blooming. If I miss something, don't yell at me, okay?
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff out there, so let's get going. Let's start with the little stuff. The creeping phlox. It's beautiful this year, y'all. Just whites and pinks and blues all over the place. I love it. Candy Tuft, true white, beautiful plant. Love it. Hey, tulips. Shout out, Caroline. Your tulips, you did a video. They look fantastic.
I sent it to Tyler.
We even brought a tulip in the studio today to let people know because they are beautiful. You did a great little video you did of them raining on it. And then, hey, there's some more shout-outs going around. My mother-in-law, Patty, how you doing this morning? Your bleeding heart and pulmonaria in your little shade bed is stunning. I've got a picture of that. We've got to get that up. I'm sorry, I forgot that this week. But that picture is stunning.
No, Austin,
I know.
I got you. I got you.
You got me?
Got
Yes.
Okay,
'cause
we're gonna throw that out.
Caroline
Happening.
sent me one.
Oh, there's my bleeding heart.
Okay.
Right in
That's
front
right.
of my native columbine.
Oh, I love
That's
that
not
plant.
quite in bloom yet, but it's close.
What a beautiful plant. We've got some golden varieties here, y'all. Bleeding Heart is such a beautiful plant for the shade. Speaking of the shade, Hellebore still going off. It's a
Yeah,
long
buddy.
bloomer. Yeah, the highway to Hellebore over there, Josh. Yours is looking good. Speaking of you, Josh, because you love it more than anything, Wisteria
Wisteria.
people. Wisteria people. Are y'all seeing it this
my
year? It looks like
gosh.
chains of blueberries hanging down.
Best smell on the planet.
It's so good, and oh my goodness, it's taking over woods.
And you
I
better
mean,
like it because
Yes.
You've got it. You've got it if you've got it. Yes, you're right. And it is phenomenal this year. This week has been just fantastic with wisteria. So what a great plant. Hey, some of the shrubs, your quince, your forsythia, and Carolina, didn't forget lilac this week. You're still smelling good?
Mine is.
Fully open?
I would
Okay.
say this is the last week for mine, though.
Okay. Well, still, it's been pretty good for lilac for
Yep.
us. You know,
It's been great this
Lilac
year.
can be a little iffy here, so we're doing good with lilac. Hey, shout out to our general manager, Adam Chapman, who sent a picture last night of his azaleas in full bloom right now. Also, he loves blueberries, and also he loves serviceberry. All three of those simultaneously in bloom right now, looking fantastic, ready to throw some fruit. Okay, rhododendron along with those azaleas still going off, looking good. PJM is a good rhododendron, and it's blooming right
Really
now.
good.
Really good. Hey, your apples and your crab apples still going off. Apples are really nice right now, specifically. They are almost full show. And then, hey, red buds still holding on. Our cherries barely holding on, except for the newest cherry that showed up this week, and that's our Kwanzaa cherry. And it's a small little growing cherry tree. It leaves out first, and then it blooms, but it's got these double ruffle pink blooms, and they're fantastic. Blooming this week, and they look great. They still got some time to go. And then our quintessential native here are dogwoods people.
Yes.
Hey, if you like pink,
Coming
if you like white. And I'm a sucker for the white ones. I think they're just somewhat superior. Now, I've seen some really pretty pink ones. Don't get me wrong. I know you're looking at me like
Wow.
that. I don't love the pink of dogwoods.
My pink dogwood is stunning. It's
They're
not
cute.
blooming yet, but when it opens, I will get a photo.
They've been, I feel like, slow to crack this year. I don't know what it is. It's like they're usually like really simultaneous with redbud, but this year they're not even full show yet. They almost are, almost. But those are beautiful. And hey, I thought I'd give y'all, since that's what's in bloom, but I thought I'd give you a little goat of wet plants. Okay, look, we're all dealing with the rain right now. It is soaked. Like David said earlier, you got that wet spot you're trying to fix or trying to help. There's some plants that can do that, and there is a number of plants that can live in wet spots. And there was a lot of honorable mentions in my brain this week for plants that can live in water. Okay, but what I think's the best one and still the most quintessential, just that picture you see on the wall, is the weeping willow tree.
Yep.
Okay,
yeah.
I said it. I know it's basic. I know
It's not basic.
It kind of
They're
is.
so cool.
It's been around forever. It's still a hot seller for us when it comes to beauty, and you don't even need it with flower power. I know that's weird for me to say. I love flowers more than anything, but a weeping willow weeping in a field next to a pond
With
as
a
you
light
drive by,
breeze
with the
moving them
breeze moving
slowly.
it,
We're doing the-
reminds me of Pocahontas.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all, there's not a better plant for a wet spot area than the
I'm
weeping
sure
willow
there's
tree.
a reason for that. But
Mother
we won't-
Willow is what you're
We
talking about.
watched it last week.
Yep.
Okay.
So Pocahontas
She's
gave
the-
you the goat this week.
she's the wise
okay?
tree.
Yes,
Yep.
thank you. Thank y'all for that. Thank you.
Hey, you actually did forget something, and
Oh.
you talked about it on your way here.
Oh, did I? What
Yes.
was it? What
Your
it?
neighbor
My neighbor. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, she's got Virginia bluebells and wood poppies. And they've just like spread amongst this like moist kind of side hill shady area, and man, they were really pretty. Cool. You don't see them all that often, you know. And the wood poppies, they're cool. They're little yellow blooms kind of turned down a little bit. But in this little like creek scenario, shady thing,
it is a great shade plant. I put a picture on the Gardening Inside Out Facebook page and Instagram of mine. I hadn't heard of it, and it's a perfect plant. So easy to grow. I've got it in my full shade bed. We are about to get a bunch in. Bridget, shout out Bridget, is about to get a lot in down in perennials. She sent me a photo of Virginia bluebells blooming when she went on a hike the other day. So that is something that is popping up in the woods right now and looking
very
fantastic.
Cool.
A couple of cool natives that we have.
I got a quick shout out.
Go, Josh.
Across the street neighbor has a white dogwood, 18 to 20 inch caliber. How old is this tree? It is absolutely stunning.
60, 70 years
That's
old.
old. That's an old one.
Amazing.
When they get that old and they don't have any like pest issues or pathogen issues or whatever, and they're healthy, they're stunners. I mean, showstoppers. We pass one on the way home every day that I've actually mentioned to you before to look at. It's on the corner of a home. It's probably been there 50 years. I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
I've been looking at it since I've been a kid, but it is a big, growing, large canopy dogwood. It's showstopper. I mean,
I'm going to give a shout out quickly to Burdell Campbell. Those of you who don't know Burdell, she lives over in Germantown area of town, and she has this protected garden, and she has some prize-winning trees. She's got a Viridis Japanese maple out by the sidewalk that's 15 feet across.
Oh, my gosh.
It's unbelievable. But she's got a ginkgo that's, I'm going to say it's 65, 70 feet tall, and it's 24-inch.
Wow.
I mean, it's the biggest one I've seen in Nashville anywhere. So she really has some cool stuff. And what really caught my eye is she has 3 Akuba over by the house that had big cutback stems. This is from now 2.5 years ago when they're finally coming back up.
Wow.
It's taken them a while, but she's been patient. 99 years young.
Wow.
Burdell Campbell. She is an amazing woman, along with my stepmom, Martha Bates, who is 99 years old as well. I'm not sure which one of those is going to turn 100 first, but I predict they both will.
Wow.
Great.
That's amazing.
So.
Wouldn't that be amazing just to see that many springs, you know?
A lot of flowers that you're going to get to see blooming.
Man, and you mentioned ginkgo. What a beautiful leaf out, if you will. Like whenever they bust leaves, it looks like little florets all over every single stem. Like it's so nice. I mean, I'm so excited.
I was standing under that huge ginkgo tree, looking up, just going, "Wow, that is what a view!"
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's
they're
amazing.
stunning. They are. Let's see suggestions for a woodland shade garden bed. We just talked about 2, Virginia bluebell, wood poppy. A great one would be the woodland phlox. It's a little upright phlox that has kind of a periwinkle color bloom.
That's a cute one. Certainly cute. And we talked earlier, bleeding heart and pulmonaria, y'all. Check out Google pulmonaria real quick if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's a beautiful little.
I'm getting it up on screen. So
you need to, because like that's a good little plant for this type of site as well.
Yeah, I just planted some in one of my shade beds. A really cool one that I bought here, but we haven't had it in a couple years, but hopefully we get it, is bellwort. That one is a very, very cool woodland plant that comes up. Mine's starting to peak up right now, and it comes up pretty fast, and then it has these bell-shaped yellow blooms that downturn. But they downturn so much that it's impressive. I know you hate flowers that don't look up.
They're ashamed.
But these just weep. They're, oh my gosh, they're so cool. When I told Bridget, I showed her a picture of it. She was like, "You have that plant?" I love it.
Well, let's be honest. This is a great question because this is happening a lot more. Okay, there's a lot of shady sites that are staying more wet nowadays with as much rain as we seem to get here. So this is a great question, and we have a ton of plants that fit this scenario. So really, what's great is you get to come out and look at them. We'll let you know, like, yeah, that's fine in some moist shade. Okay. And then you can look at 10, 12 different options and choose which one you like. Like, it's a big topic right now. And tons of these plants are natives around here, too.
Now, how much shade can ITEA handle?
Deep shade, honestly.
So, that's another, if you're looking for a shrub selection, they're very moisture adept. And that's one of the unusual characteristics about that particular shrub is that it can handle full sun. It can handle really fairly heavy shade.
Yes.
It can handle evenly dry or really soppy conditions.
You're
So,
right.
Pretty much
Versatility.
perfect plant.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
it truly is.
Yeah.
It's an underused plant. The biggest problem people have with it, I think, is that it does kind of sucker. Okay, so like you'll see sprout. It'll make a stand, is what I call it.
Right.
You start here, and then you're here, and then you're here. You know,
Right.
the stand gets bigger every year. So if you have a limited space, and it's going to creep through your garden a little bit.
but
So,
not like bamboo does.
no, it's not like crazy aggressive, and it's not even invasive. I mean, it's a native around here, so it's good. It just know that it is going to expand.
It's a clumping-
So, yes, so give it some space. But versatility, I mean, one of the most versatile plants you could ever use. And then not even to mention the clean, glossy foliage, the white blooms in the spring, and then followed by fall color that's stunning as well.
Yeah.
It's a great plant.
Absolutely.
It's
Great
really
plant.
good. Ben Trest, shout out Ben Trest. Full
Benny.
of shout outs this morning. He got me one for my birthday a couple years ago, and it has grown. It looks really good. It's starting to leaf out right now, but I even like how it looks in the winter because it's kind of red sticks
red
that are
sticks,
still
right.
up. Like it's a good one. Our next question is about another shade loving perennial. Does ladies mantle grow here, or is it too hot? I would say it is a little hot, but if you were going to try it, which we have them here, you'd want it in that woodland bed. Like it would be happy there.
Alchemia, I believe, is the genus of that plant. And yeah, if you get it in the right spot, though, like this exact spot we were just talking about, kind of some moist shade, you know, and some protection specifically in the dead of the summer. Is it going to look great dead of the summer, like in August, like you said? Probably not going to look just fantastic, but it will live here and perennialize just fine.
It will be fine. Oh, I love shade beds. Solomon seal, that's another one.
Good plant.
I've got a couple different of those. And
What about that eclipse hydrangea? Might work in that situation too.
Oh, my eclipse is awake and
Mine is
coming back
too.
from the ground though, so probably won't really get any blooms on it, but that's okay. The foliage is, goth like I like and just beautiful. All right, what low ground covers are awesome and which to avoid in our area? Minus a juga, I already have it.
When you say awesome,
Awesome. I want a really cool one.
Well, I mean, I guess it kind of depends on shade or sun. We've been
Yeah.
a very shady topic today, but I mean, for sun ones, like I started with, the creeping phlox is one of your, all-time goats.
That's an
Yes.
OG, yeah.
I mean, it's been around for everybody. Consistent performer every year with no attention. But literally, you set it out 25 years ago. It's still coming back for you, like in your lawn. So what a good one. But plenty of ground cover options out there.
There are a lot. Tyler and I actually grow this one, which I would never call it a ground cover. I wouldn't have until I planted one little 4-inch that I got here, but it's the paprika yarrow, and it grows very low for yarrow. The leaves don't get really tall. I mean, the blooms will get tall-ish, but they're not nearly as tall as like your moonshine, like the yellow one you see. But my 4-inch pot, which was like this big, has
4 inches.
now come into a space about the size of a bird bath
Wow.
lid.
Oh, yeah, bird bath. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Bird
In
bath lid.
less than a year. And it
Wow.
is dense. Like there are no weeds, no grass, nothing growing up. So that one's pretty cool. I would avoid creeping Jenny.
Absolutely.
Do not
Probably
plant
avoid
that. I have
No.
it. It escaped a pot, a mixed container, and I will never get rid of it.
Jenny's on the run.
Jenny Jenny is on the run.
She ain't creeping.
hey,
Yeah.
no
She's
matter
sprinting.
Additional support for Gardening Inside Out is brought to you by Bates Nursery and Garden Center, a third-generation nursery located in Nashville, Tennessee, and 20-time recipient for Nashville's Best Garden Center, offering the widest selection of new arrivals for fall, like specimen conifers, Japanese maples, and pansies in nearly every color. Open year-round, minutes from the heart of Nashville in beautiful Whites Creek, Tennessee. Browse their selection online anytime at batesnursery.com. Bates Nursery and Garden Center, beautifying Nashville since 1932.
Hey, we got a comment from Kim, who was out here, yesterday?
Yeah,
Yep.
Kim.
Kim said, nice to have met Austin in person yesterday. So yes, yesterday. Thanks for your help and advice. Should I wait to plant my petunias until after the cold snap?
Kim, I was so happy to see you yesterday too. Thank you. First off, thank you for being patient. As you noticed, we are very busy, so you saw me at once and then you didn't see me again for like 30 minutes. But that gave you time to shop, and then you shopped by yourself, and then ended up with petunias. So I'm so happy
He's
with
so
you.
proud.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I don't know where you live, but you told me I think where you live right next to the Cumberland River. Yeah, let's wait. Maybe not even because of frost. Maybe more because of wet. Okay, I don't want those petunias getting beat down by the rain. Okay, Kim. So just
It would
give
break
it a minute.
his heart if they
That's
got
right.
beat
But
down.
I'm very happy that you bought those. And yeah, let's wait it out just a few days, and then we'll set those petunias out, and they're going to be great for you. Great work. Thank
Amazing.
you, Kim.
Yeah, we kind of had a discussion last evening between Julie Patterson, who's the procurer of all things green at Bates Nursery, and the general manager, Adam Chapman, and myself about what we're bringing in next week. This is a difficult time because of the weather. It's, we've got cold, we've got wet, but at the same time, we don't want people to come out here and not get what they're looking for. So, we tried to think through, should we cut our order back a little bit? And we decided no. Go for it. Don't let fear and common sense get in the way. I would rather, at this time of year in particular, be long on things. And so we feel like we'll be in good enough shape regardless of what the weather does. This is not our first rodeo, so we were able to talk through that and at least know that if we've made the wrong decision, we made it jointly.
Yes, that's right.
You made it together.
Can't blame it on each other.
Hey, we got a live question
North
about
or south?
petunias. I can't remember where she is. Will wave petunias self-seed if not deadheaded?
A little bit, but I've grown them for years, and I have not seen much of that, just so you know. I mean, I do see sometimes seeds left over, yes. Now, do they readily germinate in the spring? At least for me personally, no, they haven't. But I'm pretty quick to get in my new annuals, so I kind of disturb that process. So it's possible that it could happen in self-seed, but I don't see it very much with waves.
I haven't had
I've seen them occasionally winter over.
Yeah,
mine wintered
that
over.
usually happens more so than seeding.
Exactly.
All right. So Pam is saying David Bates reminds us every week to plant things in the right soil,
There you
environment, space, etc. This is a prime example of why we should listen to David. I really wanted my greenhouse landscaping to be the same on both sides, but it's not working. One side gets full sun and one side does not. Look at these Ito peonies. Even the gravel I have used around my greenhouse looks a completely different color. I promise it's the exact same. Moral of the story, matching sides is not working. I will be moving these sun plants to a sunny location where they will thrive, they will be happy, and I will be too.
Well, and what a spectacular plant, even with no flowers on it.
Right.
The foliage is so wonderful on Ito peonies. That may be the best thing. And you don't have to stake them. You don't have to spray them. They really are a magnificent plant. There are plants that are developed that are overhyped. Ito peony is not one of them.
Oh my gosh, I love mine. I've got two, and I absolutely love them. All right, is the bare spot from Andrea the hosta bed? Is that the one?
Yeah, hosta bed under redbud.
Yep, this picture is of a hosta bed underneath the redbud. The stream behind it runs in the spring and summer. After big rains, this bed is underwater, and all the mulch washes away.
Well, you can tell
Any
that's already happened.
Yeah, kind of like your driveway. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Cameron. Thanks for that.
Remulch.
So, yeah, I mean, we can get some more plant material, I think, for sure in there. Y'all know me, and I love my grasses. I think grasses.
Can we put a barrier on the backside of that?
That's kind of what I was thinking. A barrier of grasses maybe along the whole back. We could use Itea like we talked about. Sweet Spire again. That could be great filler.
Some stones.
But I think really that you need the most. You need to pick one of these plants and roll with a bunch of numbers of them. Okay, that'll immediately make that bed look better when you just fill space.
And if you're going to remulch, usually like shredded hardwood mulch will stay put much better. Now, it's not a perfect decision, but it'll stay put a lot better than like pine straw or pine bark. Those are all had the tendency to float away, as you already know.
Yeah,
or blow away.
Or
blow away. Yeah.
So yeah, we can help out with that spot. That'd be a fun one to do. Kind of fill some of that space.
Come on out and see us. Come out in the rain. We'll still help you. All right, Colin is hopping on the Japanese maple train. In a photo of his Japanese maple.
Let me see it.
That's right. And for some reason, that photo is not there. Can we do
Amazing,
one other
Colin,
one while
though.
I get that? The hosta one? Can we do that from Emily Boyd?
Emily Boyd. So Emily Boyd said the hosta are not in bloom, but are certainly in growing mode.
Emily.
Must
Emily, this
move
is
to
insane.
shade
Beautiful.
soon. Wow, Emily. I love hostas. Look at that.
Emily, you've been out a whole lot this winter. I know you have.
Emily.
I know a bunch of them hostas came from here, and they're looking good. We talked last week about Japanese maple foliage color. Hey, hosta foliage color, y'all. Look at all the differences. The blues, the chartreuse, the deep green, the variegation, all of those. It's a beautiful bed.
The thing with hosta, like I have become big into mass planting of the same thing, of the things that look exactly alike. But with hosta, I have a mass planting of all different hosta. I don't have any pairs. It's all single, and they just look so great. It's like a field of all these different color leaves, like you were talking about. So Emily Boyd. I
Yeah.
cannot wait to see the photo of those
One
planted.
thing, two things about hostas be mindful of are slugs and
Voles.
voles. Both of those love hostas, so you kind of need to be proactive.
Well, she's
about
beating
that.
it with the pots, most likely.
yeah,
Yeah, you're beating
yeah.
it with the containers
that
that
helps
she's
a
got
lot.
them in.
And I've got Collins here if you want to get that one real
We'll
quick.
finish with that.
Throw it up. I want to see
Boom.
this maple. Hey.
Oh,
Looky
Colin.
there.
Oh, wow.
Colin.
Wowza. Yes, you did hop on that Japanese maple train.
Nice.
I bought myself another one this week, actually.
Oh, early spring maples are so good.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at mine last night. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Well, that went by fast.
Yes, it did.
Let's do it again next week. What do you
Okay,
say?
I think we'll be good for that.
Aye,
So,
aye,
I'm
Captain.
coming in.
Anyway, be weather aware, folks.
Yep.
You know, this everything is pumped up, full of water. It won't take much rain to get flooding conditions. So just be mindful of that. And
Turn around, don't drown.
That's right.
Yeah, and turn around and come on out here to the nursery today. I mean, that's what you need to do because you can stay inside for the most part.
Yep. If you're worried about that,
They got umbrellas, big ones, great big. So
so
they'll help
come
you.
see us.
Come see us.
See you
Yep.
next Saturday for Gardening Inside Out.
Thank you for tuning into the Gardening Inside Out podcast. If you're looking for more information or more from your hosts, don't forget that we have a live Saturday morning broadcast, 8 a.m. Central Time on YouTube and Facebook. You can also follow us on our Instagram channel. That's @Gardening Inside Out for more posts, reels, and in-depth dives to topics and things we've discussed on the show. If our content resonates with you, consider giving us a follow, like, and subscription on all of our social media pages. See you next time.